Hello there. Oh yeah, you didn't think I'd make this review video yet. Well, I did. I know it's a little late for it, but you know what? Stuff happened last year, and I felt like, you know what? It's worthy of a review video. So here's your 2019 year in review with Tristan Forrest. 2019 year in review, the last year of the 2010s decade. Well, from a filming standpoint, we filmed. The only thing we actually did film that I know of was Hope Returns. So 2019, we didn't do too much filming. We only did one project. We were trying to do Lumberjacks late last year. It didn't work out because of scheduling problems with everyone's schedule that was involved in the video itself. And it was just too late in the year. The weather was getting worse. It started to snow a little bit, and David didn't like that, so he's had to push it. Now, this year, on March 28th, is when we'll start filming, potentially. No guarantees. I hope we do, because I've already requested off that day, but March 28th should be the day we do start filming for Lumberjacks. And later on this year, we are filming the last Star Wars movie. It's the prequel to the previous two. It's supposed to be the story before Kylo Ren became, part of the dark side, before he turned to the dark side. So that'll be filmed sometime in spring. Don't have a guaranteed date yet, because I had to make sure today where everyone's free and available and everyone's requested off, or everyone knows way ahead of time. We know what day it is. I've not yet discussed that with everyone else. We haven't really rehearsed too much yet, but trust me, we will. We will be prepared. I'll be prepared. This will be the best of the three. I guarantee it to you, ladies and gentlemen. Guarantee it. 2019 overall, from a filming standpoint, I filmed Hope Returns. So far, it's the best Star Wars movie I've ever made. But I know I can always improve. I can get better. I can always push the choreography. I can make it much more intense, much more longer, much more, choreography involved, more skill, more determination, more rehearsal, more, trying to make this the best of them all. But from a filming standpoint, yeah, that's all we've done so far is Hope Returns. 2018, we did it, first Star Wars movie, now you can announce Star Wars Infinity War. Kind of hate that title. And the second, Bobby Dicey. So we were kind of we're busy during that time of the year because we filmed that Star Wars and Bobby Dicey somewhat back to back. So we're busy during that time. In 2019, we only did one movie. This year, we are definitely planning on making, it's just schedule, nothing's guaranteed, but the schedule is for us to actually start filming for 3 Lumberjacks, Star Wars prequel, and the third Bobby Dicey. It's gonna be, dude, these will probably all be back to back to back, because Lumberjacks is gonna be March 28th. I'm wanting to film my Star Wars video sometime during spring. That could be anytime during April or early May. And then right after that, maybe a month later in June, David's wanting to film Bobby Dicey. So we're almost doing these 3 films, the 3 of us at least, back to back to back. Lordy, we're going to be exhausted by the end of this year. I know this ain't, review of 2019. I'm just letting you guys know what's going to happen for the foreseeable future. It's probably nothing guaranteed yet. That is what we're planning, but probably nothing's guaranteed. But back to reviewing for 2019. I know I was getting a little off track talking about this year rather than talking about last year. 2019 was a very unique year, not just from a filming standpoint, but even from a movie standpoint, because I remember 2019, after 2018, it was officially announced the last Star Wars movie of the Skywalker saga. The last one will be Rise of Skywalker in 2019. Avengers Endgame will be the last Marvel movie with all the original Avengers as we know it. And I remember I was so depressed over that, because I'm thinking, geez, after 2019 I'm going to be so depressed because they're going to be done. I know Marvel is going to keep continuing the MCU itself. I'm just talking about the original Avengers, all of them, and the build-up of the greatest villain, in my opinion, in cinema history. I think he rivals Vader any day of the week, and twice on Sundays, Thanos. The way they've built up all these characters and the villain, the directors, the writers, they're just wow. Like I was so hyped. It's the biggest movie ever. That's why I tried so hard to win that charity. I forgot what it's called, but it was a charity that Chris Evans had where he had a chance to win, and you can go and see Avengers Endgame with him. Omaze.com, that's what it is. Omaze, that's where he has charity at. That's where most celebrities do have their charities on. And they all have the same common goal. If you donate to their charity, you have a chance to hang out with them in any kind of way where Mark Hamill did it too. Yeah, I wish I somewhat donated so I could have had somewhat of a chance to win, but during that time, I was really struggling with money. I didn't have anything to donate because it was a chance to see Rise of Skywalker with it. I'm like, damn it. I'll never get a chance to have that opportunity to talk with him and discuss Star Wars or whatever, and being able to have dinner with the guy. I'm assuming the dinner would have been before the movie, I would think, and then movie afterwards. I don't know, or movie first, then dinner. Yeah, it sucks I couldn't donate to him, and it definitely sucks I didn't win the Chris Evans one because I donated a shitload of money. I donated over $50 to that charity. I really wish I won. I really gave myself the best possible chance to win that charity, and that would have so summed up 2019 to the best of its ability because, my God, I would have been so tickled pink if I could have won that. That would have been awesome because I would have died a happy man if that would have been a possibility. If I would have been able to win that, and I actually would have been able to hang out with the guy, Chris Evans himself, Captain America, Steve Rogers, for crying out loud, the leader of the Avengers, one of the main characters of the Endgame, one of the main characters in the entire MCU itself, and being able to see the biggest movie I have been hyped over my entire life, Avengers Endgame, and I'd be able to see it with him on top of that, I almost would die of shock. And would have been able to bring my dad with me, oh my God! The only thing that could have even remotely could have topped that is that if it would have been a Robert Downey charity and I would have won that, I would have died. I would have not even been able to live long enough to actually see Endgame with the guy. He did do it for Civil War, I remember. Not wanting the Chris Evans charity to have a chance to go and see Endgame with him. There's 3 other cast members of Endgame that had the exact same, thing where if you donate to their charity, you have a chance to go and see Endgame with them. Chris Evans was probably the number 1. Right after 1 was probably arguably Mark Ruffalo because he's also an OG Avenger. Benedict Cumberbatch, and the girl that plays Okoye. I know her first name's like Denai. I keep forgetting how to say her last name. But she was also had a charity where you can also win and have a chance to win to go and see Endgame with them. I would have been more than happy to see Endgame with either of them. It don't matter. I just put all my Easter eggs, this old saying, you put all your Easter eggs into one basket, and that can be good and bad. Mostly bad, because very high probability a chance to lose, and yeah, and I lost, and I didn't have no backup plan where, okay, maybe I have a chance to win the Mark Ruffalo one, or the Cumberbatch one, or the Okoye one, but I didn't donate to them. I could donate an equal amount of like $15 to all of them, and would have had an equal amount of chance of winning either of them. Yeah, I hope my money went to a good cause. I donated over $50. I was almost tempted to donate $100, but I was like, that was during the time where I was unemployed, and Walmart doesn't give unemployment, so they weren't giving me. I wasn't getting paid for being unemployed. Most places in the world you get fired from or released. Normally they give you unemployment, monthly payments, to somewhat help, being unemployed. Walmart didn't do that. So yeah, I did have some money. I had a lot of PTO time. I had a week's worth of paid time off, so I got that. And I got recently paid, which was pretty good, because when I got paid there, I got, they paid real well. I'll give them that. And my dad gave me a lot of money from his tax check, on top of my tax check. And during a brief time, I had like $2,300, where I was trying to get a car. Couldn't work out, situations, didn't enable me to get a car. It wasn't meant for it anyways, unfortunately. I won't get into it too much, just personal reasons. I won't discuss on camera. Trust me, it's not like I screwed it up. Trust me, I tried real hard, but it just seemed like shit didn't go my way to enable me to get a car. But during that time, I was, eventually I was going to lose all my money because I wasn't working, didn't have a job, and then they weren't giving me unemployment. So eventually all that money's going to go away because I had like a whole bunch of subscriptions to like YouTube Red, Spotify Premium, NBA Team Pass at the Lakers, and YouTube TV. It's a whole thing. And also 9 Star. So that is a lot of money that my money goes to my subscriptions, and eventually that money would go away. Even though I had over $2,000, that eventually would go away bit by bit, and that's why I didn't want to go too overboard on donating to the Chris Evans charity. But if I did have a job and I was working, I would have donated 100 or maybe even more to have even a better chance of winning, and I might have won. But I still donated. I still had a chance either way. Didn't win, and I was really heartbroken when I found out. Because I was really starting to really fantasize, imagining, what if I win? And it says, Crystal Forest, you have won. You are scheduled to have like a video call with Chris Evans himself. I didn't know how that worked, to be honest. Being able to have a video chat with the man himself and say, you have just won a trip to LA, California, to watch Avengers Endgame with him. You and one friend have won my charity to go and see Avengers Endgame with me on April 27th or 26th, around the day when it was first released. Oh my God. Would have died a happy man. Truly. I know it's pretty sad to be like, because I met a celebrity that, is part of the biggest movie in cinema history, and that would have made me die a happy man. Bro, I would have met him in person. I would have been able to hang out with him personally. I would have been able to bring my dad with me, and we'd be able to go and see that and meet him face to face and watch Endgame with him also and hang out afterwards. Depresses me the more I think about it that I didn't win. And I know there's a whole bunch of other people that donated, I'm sure. But, dude, it means a lot to me. I think these movies, or ever having a chance one of these days to being able to hang out with those actors face to face and having a chance to watch Endgame, because I knew this was the last that the OG Avengers would ever be in the MCU, more likely. I doubt they'll ever bring them back. Last chance you're going to see them in the movies, and this is going to be the only chance you're going to be able to hang out with them and watch the movie they're also in. I was like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've got to win this. It hurt a lot. It hurt me really, it hurt me deep. It felt like I was like, the luxury at that time when I donated to his charity, I already had all the tickets prepaid, pre-ordered for Endgame for all 4 of us, and I got Josh and David to also go and see it with the 4 of us. Same theater. They managed to get tickets and seats right next to us, so it all worked out perfectly. I'm very thankful for that. And it was such a beautiful and luxury thing to happen, where we managed to all go and see the movie together at the same time. Same theater, same room, same everything. So I already had that at the back of my mind, where I'm like, I already got all of our tickets pre-ordered. I already paid for all of us because it's really expensive to pre-order tickets to the biggest movie ever on IMAX. I can still remember to this day just being so unbelievably hyped going to see that. The last 2 Avengers movies, just so hyped all the way until the day of going to see it. Then I got ultra nervous because I'm like, what if they kill someone off that I can't live without, What if Thanos kills someone? Because I know he's already the biggest, baddest villain in the entire MCU. Now those 2 movies have now come and gone. I'm a little depressed that this year is always around the time of the year where I really started getting hyped, but now starting to enter the nervous phase right before an Avengers movie would come out. Especially the last 2. And now that they're done, it's a little depressing. And Star Wars is done. Well, it kind of is, yeah. The Skywalker saga is somewhat done. Yeah, we still got Mandalorian. It's a great show. Looking forward to the Obi-Wan series. But those are little tiny branch off series of Star Wars itself. And once those series are done, and they won't be done anytime soon, I hope Mandalorian can run for, I don't know, 5, 6 seasons, if that's possible. Obi-Wan series, I don't know how. Obi-Wan series can only run for so long because we know the fate of Obi-Wan. We kind of know his overall story. It's more likely gonna take place, obviously, right after Episode 3. Exploring the life when he was watching over Luke as a baby and throughout his childhood on Tatooine. I don't know if the entire TV show would be based on Tatooine. I would probably hope not. The overall gist would be him watching over Luke and making sure, none of the Empire would hunt for him, because I'm sure Palpatine knew of Luke's offspring. Anakin's offspring, and Anakin probably told him, and I'm sure Palpatine sent Star Destroyers and the Empire itself all over the universe, all over the galaxy, and I'm sure they probably crushed Tatooine at some point or another. And Obi-Wan had to have, done his best to protect and shield Luke from the Empire, because he knew he'd be really the main threat, because I guess Obi-Wan knew that the Force would be already naturally more stronger, and Luke would be already more Force sensitive than Leia. Leia would also have the power, but I think Luke would have it maybe a little more, and plus he'd be more committed to it and actually learning how to fight with a lightsaber, because we never saw Leia do that. We kind of saw it a little bit in Rise of Skywalker when her and Luke were kind of training, but we never saw her use it at all, other than that when they were minorly training, because she wasn't as committed to the lightsaber duel. And she had the Force, and she was greatly powerful in it, but wasn't as committed to it as Luke was. Luke embodied it. Again, getting sidetracked. I'm just talking about, Star Wars, and Endgame, and last year were the last ones. And it was depressing every year, and I don't care what people say about Rise of Skywalker. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. It's still very entertaining. I don't care what people say. I've only seen it once, and I kind of hate having to say that, because now the only time I'm ever going to see it again will be when it comes out on DVD. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'd have to see it again. I was in the moment, and I was like, that's the best of the three for sure. I'd have to see it again. I don't know if I like it even better, or I like it less. I don't know. I remember when I first saw Joker last year. I was really hyped over it. Me and Josh went to see Joker last year, and I was really hyped. I was really expecting this to be a really great film, and I was really underwhelmed after the movie. And then, many months later, when it comes out on DVD, 4 months later when it comes out on DVD, we watch it here, me and my dad. I actually liked it more, and I had a feeling I probably would. That usually happens with movies where you're probably like, I'd have to see that again. 2019 was the year, really what I remember 2019 of is the year of unemployment, not working. Got fired from Walmart, and I was really depressed afterwards, because I knew, even though I had a lot of money at that time because of my PTO, I got paid. My dad gave me a lot of their tax check money to help out, and I had my tax check on top of that, which mine was a pretty good amount too. So I was pretty souped up with money, but I knew eventually it would go away until I get another job. And I was unemployed for 7 months, from February 15th. Pretty sure it was February 15th. It was a Friday in February last year. I think it was the 15th. All the way until September 4th. When I got hired at Big Lots. So from that stretch in time, I was unemployed. I'm telling you, those were the longest 7 months I've had in a very long time. Because the thing with, as you get older, and I believe this, life moves so much more faster as you get older and older. And the reason why is because as you get older, you have more responsibilities. You have jobs. You have, work and school. You try to go back to college, whatever. and then you live on your own. You gotta worry about paying for your own stuff, living on your own, and going to work on time, having your own car, your own world you live in, your own responsibilities, living on your own. You have your own stuff you gotta worry about. The more responsibilities you have, the more you're occupied. I apologize for my nose. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The more you got stuff on your mind, time moves faster. You don't have enough time to just do whatever, and time may slow down a little bit. You're always doing something, and time moves so much quicker. Because you got a job, school, whatever, life, family, personal reasons. So much stuff happens in your life as you get older and older. Because you get more responsibilities, you understand more. You're more involved as you get older. When you're young, you're not. You don't have a job, and yeah, when you're a kid, a full year felt like 3 years because life was so much more simpler. You didn't have any responsibilities. You just went to school, and that was it. That was your only real, true, big responsibility as a kid growing up, was just going to school. That's it. Life was so much more slower and simpler, and you really got to thoroughly enjoy the year. As you get older, years go by so much more quicker. As you get older, you don't get to enjoy time itself anymore, seems like. And I know I'm getting all, philosophical right now. It's weird. Because I'm saying that because last year I was unemployed for 7 months. Those were a really long 7 months, like longer than I anticipated, because I didn't have a job. I'm not going to school. I graduated 3 years ago. And without a job, I'm just home all the time, playing my game or whatever, and life was so much more slower. I got to thoroughly enjoy those 7 months being unemployed because I wasn't busy all the time. I wasn't going to work anymore. And I was already not going to school anymore. Those were a long 7 months. And then as soon as I get hired on again, life itself already goes twice the speed afterwards. And I'm like, no wonder as you get older, life is so much more quicker. So much more responsibility, stuff you got to worry about. You don't have enough time to dwell on what just happened yesterday or whatever, because you're already having to worry about today, and then tomorrow, and then the next day, So it's always moving. Time's always moving. Your life is always moving. It's never stopping. It's never slowing down. So that's why when you're a kid, it seemed like a year lasted, it seemed like a year never ended. Now these days, a year feels like it's only 6 months long. It's a little sad because it seemed like life goes so much more quicker. It seemed like before I know it, I'll be in my 30s, and then my 40s and 50s, and I'm 21, and I am enjoying being young, because it won't be forever. I don't know when you consider old, or not technically youthful anymore. Young, the younger part of society. Is that all the way until you're like 39 when you hit the big 40, the big 40? Have you officially entered the phase of older class? I don't know. I think a lot of people would agree with that because when you're in your 20s and 30s, it sounds young. Even when you're 39, it sounds young when you're in your 20s and 30s. But when you're in your 40s and 50s, that sounds old. So I think, probably when you hit 40, you probably feel older. Just by the sound of 40. 39 and younger, you feel young. Because it sounds young. 39, 38, you're in your 30s, you're in your 20s, I love being philosophical, life moves quicker, my life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and take a look around once in a while, you're going to miss it. I know, I just took that from Ferris Bueller. It's a very sunny day. Springtime's always my favorite time of the year. And I always get hyped for it. It makes me in a better mood. It always smells good and it feels good, and it's nice seeing clear sunny days. That's what also made me hyped for more of those Avenger movies, is because, God, it's such a pretty time of the year to have those movies, and it puts me in a good mood. We filmed one movie last year. The year of the end of the MCU as we know it, of the OG Avengers. In the end of the Skywalker saga. And that's always sad. I'm sad just thinking about it. Oh yeah, I went to Hollywood. I almost forgot. Because it was just a one-day event. That sucked because they didn't allow me to film. a very forgettable day because they wouldn't let me film, and I would have had to have some kind of special permission when I would have to let the people of Holiday World know ahead of time I'm going to bring my GoPro, and I just want to ask permission if I can film. The reason why they didn't want me to film, because I asked someone that works there later on when I was there, am I allowed to film with my GoPro? And they said no, and this is the reason why. Because we fear people will film how our water slides work, and they think that the people that's filming will see how our water slides work, and then they'll take it to other theme parks and show them how Holiday does it. So they can copy off the plans how Holiday does their shit with their water slides. Because they're so globally known for their water slides. And they're like, if someone films how our shit works, someone else is going to use that and use it against us. It's stupid. I can kind of understand, but it's really stupid. The only thing that I did film of me actually doing anything was me shooting basketball, where you had to shoot from the 3-point line, and if you made enough, you won prizes. And if you made enough of them, you could win actual jerseys, and I was really trying for that real hard. I'm not going to make excuses, and I wasn't really that tired, even though you do a lot of walking there. And this was after the water park closed, so we were doing a lot of walking around of the park itself. But I was in my flip-flops, and I wasn't in my shoes, and yeah, I was in a t-shirt and shorts. But man, when you're shooting ball in flip-flops, you feel like you're so low to the ground, you can get like no lift in your shot. And I'm like, oh my god, if I was in tennis shoes, I would have made so much more. I didn't make a single one the first round, and that part's on camera. I did it a second time, and I didn't have it filmed. I didn't have my dad film it. And I actually made the very first one, and then I missed all the others after that. But at least all of them hit the rim, I think. There's a lot of them in that first round. They were air balls. Because I was like, holy shit. I can't almost fucking get it there because I'm in flip-flops, and I am so not used to shooting in flip-flops. I had like no lift. I felt like I would tear my flip-flops if I jumped too hard and too high up in the air to shoot. So I like had all that working against me, and oh my god, I wasn't even shooting in fucking tennis shoes. I didn't bring tennis shoes. That was stupid of me. That's why I call it the most disappointing vlog ever, because nothing really good happens in it. I couldn't film. Oh, I filmed inside my pocket. That was as close as it ever got to me filming on a water slide, because you couldn't see nothing. You saw the inside of my shorts, and you heard all of the screaming, and Cameron was like, ah, that's scary. I'm like, Cameron, grow up. This ride doesn't even have any drop points. That's the parts you should be worried about. This didn't have any of that. He's not used to riding water slides, but damn it, it would have been so much more fucking fun if I had visually filmed all of our reactions and all of us going down that slide. Really royally pissed me off. That is by far the fucking worst vlog I've made in recent memory, and my god, I'm just not able to get anything filmed. I filmed my ass missing every 3-point shot I threw up, and 30% of them were fucking air balls. Then in 2019, it's kind of a disappointment. 2018, a lot more happened. I went to a Laker game last year. It was real early last year, like early March, when I went to see the Lakers play the Pacers, and oh my god, that was the worst loss point differential in LeBron's entire career. Yeah, I'm going to end it on that. Me going to a fucking Laker game when LeBron had to suffer his worst loss ever from a point differential. So yeah, that's the 2019 review. I don't know if I'll make... I might do a 2020 review, because if all goes to plan and we do make these 3 films and whatever else happens also this year. Oh yeah, and I also turned 21 last year. That was a big thing. Yeah, I turned 21. Had my first alcoholic beverage on camera, a wine cooler. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my 2019 year in review. Like and subscribe. More will be coming. I hope we do film those 3 films this year. I'll be very hyped if we do. My god, this is gonna be the best Star Wars movie It'll be probably the best Bobby Dicey and the Slumberjacks. It'll probably be okay. I don't know. And I'm hyped that hopefully by this time this year in June, Lakers are hoisting that trophy. I used to have 3 things I would always look forward to every year. I look forward to LeBron and his team doing well, trying to win the championship. I look forward to Pittsburgh doing real well with Ben, Brown, and Bell, and all the others. I was looking forward to them doing well. And I always look forward to watching the next MC movie that came out. I was like, oh my gosh, so hyped. And now the OG Avengers of the MCU are done and gone. Very sad and depressing. Pittsburgh's window is really closing real fast. They've lost Bell and Brown. And Ben suffered a non-contact injury last year, which was very scary. All I got left is LeBron. You're all I got, LeBron. Win it this year. Please. Let's win it for Kobe. Let's do this. That's all I got to say. I'm going to end it on that. 2019 year in review. Bam. That is a closer.